How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to some more Tainted Grail. So I have gone ahead and I have charged up this heart, killed 15 monsters. Now we're going to talk to Kavor and continue on.
So you've chosen to wrangle unwilling lives and cram them inside. I can almost feel them churning within. I'm curious to see what will come of it. Yeah. This is no peaceful heart. I hope your friend is strong enough to tame it. It was a pleasure. Give Bayor my regards. I hope his new heart brings him happiness.
Alright, so I actually charged this flyer so I can quickly fast travel back. And hopefully this will progress everything so I can continue with the Grail Cycle main quest.
Got something for me to look at? What? That's amazing. What materials did he use? What else was needed? Did he tell you how to make it? Oh my. I have so many questions. But those can wait. First things first. For this, I will need your help, my friend. Once more, as always. So, shall we begin? Okay, let's see if those Stone Warden legends have a grain of truth in them. I suppose that's it. Surprising how simple it is to look into someone's heart and tear it out, isn't it? It's different. Everything looks a bit like it's mired in fog. But I don't feel bad. In fact, I feel good. I feel stronger. I guess more will become clear with time. For now, I'll just have to wait and see. The measure of my debt to you is 2 hearts. I don't know how a man could ever repay something like that. I'll be going back to work. Visit me sometime. Don't be a stranger.
Alright, so first thing I want to do is put the spell back on. Because I had it switched while I had the heart in there. I didn't realize I had some stuff here. Increase spell power by 10, increase mana by 100, increase critical. But I've got gems in the other one. Oh wow, when you have full health, deal 33% more damage. Yeah, let's put that on for a bit. So I got that from a troll while I was exploring around right here. Right where you met those guys in this building. And this is, I think, the only area, that and here, and then over here. So I haven't seen those areas yet. Oh, looks like I have what I need here too. I just need Ether Bloom for that. few of these are in the third area, the Forlorn Swords. And some back in the first that I could never find. Alright.
You're just...
See what he's got. Oh, he's got more wood. I need wood to keep building up that village. Alright. Now let's see if this guy's ready finally to join us.
Beor's fully recovered. He's doing well and making his own decisions. He doesn't need an old man hovering over him anymore. And, well, to be honest, I've been waiting for this moment. I'm proud of him. But you didn't hear that from me. You've done right by me. So I'll give you some advice. This whole expedition is madness. But as they say, sometimes there's method in madness. And I'll admit, I'm glad these old bones can still be useful. I might not think much of our Lord, but I won't turn my back on him when he needs help. This isn't just about him. It's about our home. I'll do whatever I can for Kuanacht. Tell Yvain he can count on me, even if it's the last journey I'll ever take.
Alright, sweet. Alright, so now we can go talk to the Lord, and we will see what happens. And I'm guessing he's not going to be available in the middle of the night, so let's just rest up until the morning.
If I just stay put, everything will be just fine.
What news? The people I told you about. Have any of them agreed to join me on the quest for the Holy Grail? Well done. Naturally, I would have preferred to bring them all, but two will make fine company. Perhaps along the way, we'll meet others willing to lend us their skills. After all, I can hardly believe you're the only one bold enough to roam the world in search for adventure. You've done me a great favor, so allow me to repay you. Before I depart, know this. You brought change to Kuanacht and earned my deepest gratitude. Let my repayment be the blessing my lineage received from King Arthur himself.
Nice.
Be the
shield
shield that watches over Kuanacht, as House Terion has done for generations.
Alright, we're back here again. Time for the third, or the second soul piece, the shield.
I am his oath, the weight of duty that shields the faithful. I am the wall between order and ruin.
Alright. So there's usually a talking thing here too.
He was the shelter against the storm. He was the vow unbroken, the bulwark that stood when all else fell.
You can't just allow for things like that to happen. Not ever again. Not when the kingdom is beginning to find its way. You're the king, and that comes with a whole lot more responsibility. You can't let people like Merlin do what they want, even if their intentions are pure. You must see the danger now.
The memory of Seawall is my burden. Harder to bear than I'd like to admit. But I've realized that his story is what happens when power answers to no one.
Then do something so that a tragedy like that never happens again.
Palamedes, you've always spoken your mind, even when I didn't want to hear it. You've stood beside me through the darkest days and fought not for glory, but for Avalon and its people.
I have done only what I believe was right, nothing more.
Yes, and that made me realize that Merlin was wrong. The legacy I leave won't endure through the legend of a single man, whether it's me or anyone else. I decided to give my sword to the Horns of the South, to bind them not to me, but to the people. But Avalon needs more than that. It needs structures, memory, and resistance to corruption. It needs the foundation of something greater than any one of us.
A shield?
Yes. One to guard Avalon, even from itself. You've proven yourself time and again, so my shield is yours, Palamedes. Not just to wield, but to become. Let your bloodline anchor what my reign could not.
And you believe I am worthy of such a responsibility?
I will not fail you, my king.
Don't carry this burden for me, Palamedes. You never have. Carry it for Avalon, and may your name be a blessing upon this land for generations to come.
Alright, so just got the Shield of Avalon trophy and the level. Looks like we also got another king point and an upgrade. What's this one? Creates a blast of energy. Enemies take amount of damage you have dealt to them using King's Soul once again. When using King's Soul, Word Shield collects 10% of the damage dealt to you. When King's Soul ends, you gain Mana Shield. You create another blast of energy when King's Shield ends. That's pretty cool, this one. That's like gets you an extra big blow out of attack. I think we'll do that one. Alright. Spoken to everyone. I should complete this and this right after this area. Need to locate the last piece of Arthur's soul.
Now I understand. The shield is isn't an object. It's the bloodline itself. But I also remember the shield was meant to resist. Not enemies, not blades, but corruption, compromise, cowardice. Palamedes understood that. Nothing I've seen here reminds me of him. Nothing resembles the kingdom we were trying to build. Lord Yvain, a joke of a man. A mere shadow of his ancestor. Not worthy of his title, nor of leading his people. I tried to build something lasting. Something that wouldn't depend on me to survive. I distributed power, tied it to oaths, not blood. Gave regions autonomy, left behind symbols to bind them. But what we've seen so far, that's not a kingdom. That's theater. People playing at being lords and commanders, taking on roles they don't even understand. Merlin wanted me to become a symbol. But I realized that one person, one myth, won't be enough. This kingdom needed more. It needed to stand on stronger foundations. And so, I left mementos behind, to serve as cornerstones for various facets of the kingdom. It seems we were both wrong about this. All I've seen here is fear. Indecisive men wearing the mask of power. But their power comes from symbols they don't even understand. And when a decision needs to be made, they hesitate. When danger appears, they flinch. Denholm, commander of Camelot's forces, is incapable of acting without direct orders. Yvain, a descendant of Palamedes, yet too weak to stand against choices that harm his people. Their fear breeds indecision. If you cannot choose, you cannot protect. And if you cannot protect, Avalon rots. It was you the men here responded to, and you who rekindled it. You did all the work, turned the situation into something Yvain could exploit. Without that, Kuanacht would still be waiting. For what? A miracle? That's why I have to come back. Without us, without hands that act, this land just waits.
So they're setting it up, so I gotta make a decision soon on to kill him or side with him, I think, when we find his last part.
Yes, the situation is complex. But that is precisely the burden of a leader. Complexity does not excuse paralysis. And yet they sit in deadlock, doing nothing, while the world around them fractures. Turn every resource toward understanding why the weirdness is returning and stopping it. Hiding in Camelot is cowardice. Staying here? Stupidity. But what I would do doesn't matter. This is precisely why Palamedes was made Avalon's shield. To judge for himself what serves the people, even if it meant standing against me. We gave our people peace, but they've come to take it for granted. Perhaps those who live without struggle grow soft, and in comfort, they let go of their values, symbols, without the will to uphold them, a little more than ornament. I named his bloodline the Shield of Palamedes, and granted them dominion over this menhir, with full autonomy. The land here is among the richest in Avalon. This place was meant to stand as a counterweight to Camelot's rising power. Well, my friend, they still call me the once and future king. Still hold feasts in my name. Feasts won't save them, but action might. Let's move to the Forlorn Swords and find my crown. Let's make me whole. It's the last hope for this wretched kingdom of...
Alright. Continue back now. Guy freaked me out because I saw him and then he was gone. Alright, so it's time to continue to, horn to the south. I think I have to go to the Forlorn Swords. That's what he said. It's a third area.
Ah, you need something?
No?
Are you sure you want to do this? You can still back out. Camelot will surely forgive you for this insubordination.
I have never been more certain of anything in my life.
They look like
This
brothers.
is the only way.
Fine. Look who woke up. You're a bit late, though. Our Lord gave a rousing speech to his subjects explaining why he's going to leave them in these dire times. I'll leave you two. I need to start cleaning up the mess you made, Yvain. And before I forget, some shady-looking character was looking for you. Didn't tell me his name, but said you're old friends. Said he'll wait nearby.
No, it's gonna be the guy that
Friend
killed
of
me
our
earlier.
house. What may I do for you today? Really? I hope he supports my decision to embark on a quest for the Holy Grail. Although, in truth, it doesn't really matter. I made my decision, and I'll stand by it. Whether my noble ancestor approves or not. Well, House Terion ends with me. Lady Maeve was never granted the chance to give me an heir. And I couldn't bring myself to take another wife or continue the lineage while the world I knew crumbled around me. But your words are kind. As soon as the necessary preparations are complete, with any luck, it won't take much longer. Ansem will assume my duties in my absence. He is my most trusted man, and he is respected by the people. For now, he's assisting me in gathering supplies. I do not know when or if I will return. Connacht and its people must be ready for either eventuality. I cannot say for certain. Since Maeve's passing, I've been all too aware of how much I've neglected my responsibilities. Camelot will keep the peace in my stead. And I can only hope that the people of Connacht will come to trust Denholm and his men. We may not agree on every matter, but I cannot deny Denholm's honor. When I return, it will have to be enough. And so, I thank you once more. House Terion is... no, wait. I am personally deeply indebted to you. Because of your efforts, my family has the chance to reclaim the glory it once knew. Farewell.
Alright. Let's go talk to the guy that wants us to kill Arthur. I knew it.
Moving along nicely, aren't we? You're piecing him back together faster than I expected. We're getting closer to the end. And since you've proven yourself so capable, maybe it's time. You should have enough power now to enter his mansion. Here, go to this place and see if the door opens for you. No. If you want to know the truth about the man pulling the strings, it's time you took a look behind the curtain. It's the house of someone I once called my employer, Orin.
Orin.
The same one whose plans got you out of the island asylum. I don't know. We stopped seeing eye to eye on certain things, and our relationship soured. No, not really. There's one last piece of Arthur's soul waiting for you. The third artifact. His crown, this time. You'll find it deep in the Forlorn Swords, in the capital city of Dalriata. Meet with Gerfan. He'll either attack you on sight, or explain everything patiently, depending on how he feels about... Oh, you'll see for yourself. How would I know? I'd say going into Dalriata territory is a surprise all on its own. But don't worry, they've got bigger problems at the moment than you sneaking off with their sacred helmet. Once you're done, meet me at the Charred Conclave. That's where we'll finish this, one way or another.
Alright. I want to learn more about Orin. I should visit his tower. That's in Connacht. And then this was going to be a Forlorn, so... Alright, that's easy to get to because I have a fast travel. Where is that guy's tower? Okay, it's nearby. Alright. So I think we're going to call this episode here. One thing I will do is level up. Oh, I guess not level up. I'm just going to add my point here. Alright, I want to do this one. Alright, so we're going to end this episode here. We have collected the second piece of Arthur's soul. And next stop is the third and final act, which I hear is the buggiest part of the game currently, that they're still working on patches and updates for. So we'll see what happens when we get there. In the meantime, I'm going to go do some of the side quests that are left around here. And we'll clear out some of this area we haven't explored, and then we'll continue on to the third act. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.